I walked into our anniversary party and caught my wife dancing with someone I never expected. At that moment, everything I thought I knew about love, trust, and loyalty shattered in an instant. What unfolded that night was not just a betrayal, it was a reckoning that would redefine everything I believed about us. If you want to hear stories that strip away illusion and expose the raw core of human emotion, hit that subscribe button now, because this is a story you won't forget.
It was our 10th anniversary, a decade woven from laughter, whispered dreams, and shared moments I thought were ours alone. I had spent weeks preparing the music, the lights, even the scent of jasmine, hoping to create a perfect memory, a night to remind him of us, of what once was. But I was hiding something, a secret gnawed at me, growing heavier day by day until it became impossible to carry. The guilt was like a shadow that stretched over every smile I forced, every laugh I feigned. When I danced that night, it wasn't with love or freedom, it was with a burden I couldn't confess. I never imagined he'd see. I thought the truth was safely tucked away, buried under lies and silence. But then he walked in, and in a heartbeat, the illusion crumbled. The look in his eyes, the disbelief, the hurt, the betrayal, was a lightning strike I never saw coming. I wanted to run, to explain, but I couldn't find the words. The dance continued around us, fragile smiles masking a fracture so deep it swallowed us whole. I whispered to myself that I was lost, but I was also broken, caught in a web of choices I wished I could undo.
I arrived moments before her, heart filled with anticipation. The house was perfect, candles flickered, jasmine perfumed the air. I could almost taste the joy I had planned. Then she came in, and everything shattered. There she was, laughing effortlessly in the arms of my best friend, the one man I trusted beyond all others. The warmth in the room turned to ice, and the music twisted into a cruel dirge in my ears. I stood frozen, trapped in a nightmare I couldn't wake from. Their dance was a knife twisting in the fragile skin of my marriage. With every step, the trust I thought eternal crumbled piece by piece. Our eyes met. I saw her guilt flash for a moment, but it was swallowed by a practiced smile. The world I had built collapsed silently. In that moment, every ignored sign, every missed warning flooded back. The secret texts, the whispered excuses, the cold distance that grew like frost in the quiet spaces between us. The party roared around me, but inside, I unraveled. The night ended not with celebration, but with the piercing truth. Sometimes the deepest wounds come from those closest to us. The days after were a storm of silence and haunting questions. How did I miss the signs? Was love an illusion masking betrayal? The anger crashed like waves, sometimes fierce, sometimes quietly all-consuming. Yet amid the ruins of heartbreak, a fierce resolve grew. I refused to be broken by this. Revenge was not my path, but reclamation was. I poured my anguish onto paper, turning pain into strength. When she reached out, dripping with regret, I saw the cracks in her apologies. Trust, once shattered, is not easily rebuilt. I learned love without trust is a house built on sand. No matter the beauty, it crumbles under deceit's weight. Friends and strangers helped mend the cracks in my heart. Piece by piece, I rebuilt myself, stronger, cautious, but unyielding. That night remains etched in me, not as defeat, but the crucible forging a new man. Betrayal is ruthless, but from its flames I found power. When I confronted her, silence screamed louder than words. I asked why, lost a word hollow with excuses but full of ruin. I told her, betrayal reveals true loyalty. You chose the lie over truth. Her silence was my answer. Then came the reckoning. Not with vengeance for vengeance's sake, but with calculated truth. I exposed every lie to those who mattered. The friend who wore two faces was unmasked as the coward he was. My revenge was reclamation. I rebuilt my life on their ruins, fiercer and wiser. I became a storm they couldn't withstand, not broken, but unbreakable. The final truth I carry is this: betrayal shatters the self we believed precious, but true strength is rising from those shards. Like Rumi said, the wound is the place where the light enters you. From my wound, I found blazing light. To anyone crushed by betrayal, you are defined not by their lies, but by your courage to rise. If this story haunts you, inspires you, or sets a fire inside, subscribe and join us. Here pain becomes power, heartbreak, hope. Thank you for listening.